Hi, this is Anjaneyulu, Physics faculty. Welcome to Narayana online classes. Today we are going to discuss about 8th class physics. The subtopic is examples for a parallelogram law of vector addition. So that means in which cases, so to identify the concepts where we are using this parallelogram law of vector addition. For example, if you take here the current is flowing from through different wires, and if it is traveling in a single wire, so what is the resultant value? So we can find like that. Next, another one is here two vectors are in same direction, so what is the resultant? Two vectors are in opposite direction, what is the resultant? If the vector is one direction, another vector is perpendicular to the first vector, so what is the resultant? So in these situations we are using this parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay. Based upon the first problem is, if 2 ampere and 3 ampere of currents, if 2 ampere and 3 ampere of currents flowing through two different wires, through two different wires, which are inclined at an angle of 60 degree. After that, both currents flows through a single wire, single wire. Find its magnitude. Find the magnitude of current flows through single wire. So first option is 6 ampere, second option is root 19 ampere, third option is root 29 ampere, and fourth option is root 15 ampere. So in this problem, what are the terms given? If 2 ampere and 3 ampere of currents flowing through two different wires which are inclined at an angle of 60 degree. So here this is a one wire and this is another wire. Okay. So in this one, here the current I1 flows, here I2 current flows. So here there is some angle theta. The current I flows through the single wire. That is the resultant current flowing through the single wire. So what is our basic formula here is I equal to square root of I1 square plus I2 square plus 2I1 I2 cos theta. So I equal to I1 square. I1 square here, I1 is 2 ampere. So 4 plus 9 plus 2 into 2, 4 into 3, 12. So cos 60 degree, because theta value 60 degree given. So now here it is 6 times. Then our answer is I equal to square root of 19 ampere. I equal to square root of 19 ampere. So second option is correct. Second option is correct. Next, second problem. To get a resultant displacement of displacement of 10 meter two displacement vectors two displacement vectors, one of magnitude 6 meter and another of 8 meter should be combined first option parallel, second option anti-parallel, third option inclined at an angle of 60 degree, fourth option perpendicular to each other. So here once see what is the problem. To get a resultant displacement of 10 meter. So resultant value given, that is 10 meter. Two displacement vectors, one of magnitude 6 meter. So that means consider here P equal to 6 meter and another of 8 meter. So Q equal to 8 meter should be combined. That means how they are arranged, parallel or anti-parallel or inclined with a 60 degree angle or perpendicular to each other. So we have to find simply the angle between two magnitudes of vectors P and Q. So what is the basic formula? R equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So here R value 10, square root of P square 36, Q square 64 plus 2 into 6 into 8 into cos theta. So now here squaring on both sides, we will get 10 square 100 is equal to here 36 plus 64 100 plus, so here 6 into 8 48 into 2 96 cos theta. So here when 100 comes to left side, 100 minus 100 0. So then we will get cos theta 0, theta equal to 90. Cos theta equal to 0, theta equal to 90 degree. That means both the vectors are perpendicular to each other. So fourth option is correct. Next, third problem. If the sum of two unit vectors is, if the sum of two unit vectors is also a unit vector, the magnitude of unit vector. Find the magnitude of difference of two unit vectors. So first option is 1, second option 2, third option root 3, fourth option 0. So here what is the solution? In this, if the sum of two unit vectors is also a unit vector, so that means if you consider here P equal to 1, because unit vector its magnitude is 1, Q equal to also 1, and resultant that sum value is also 1 only. So the sum of the two vectors, so P plus Q, how can you write? P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta with the square root of. So here P plus Q, the sum of the two unit vectors is also unit vector. So here 1 square root of 1 square, that is 1, again 1 square 1, plus 2 into 1 into 1, here 2 cos theta. Squaring on both sides, 1 equal to 2 plus 2 cos theta minus 1 equal to 2 cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. Cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. But what they are asking in this problem, difference of the two vectors. So P minus Q. So the formula is P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. Minus 2PQ cos theta. Square root of again unit vectors. That's why 1 plus 1 minus 2 into 1 into 1 2. But cos theta value from the previous condition minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. Square root of 1 plus 1. So here minus in minus plus 1. So our answer is root 3. So root 3 is the answer. So third option is correct. Okay. Thank you.